Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by HTC. Welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. We're doing another HTC Day where we get to know the team members over at HTC. And today I'm joined by Rachel. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to get to know you. I think you might be the first sales associate that I've talked to. Is that your actual title?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What do you do?
Yeah, so I work in developmental sales. Yes, so in my role, I work specifically with homeowners associations, property managers, and local community leaders, and look for ways to bundle in bulk internet to a solution in their home. You know, in today's world, internet is no longer an elective service. It's truly a necessity. People are working from home, doing online schooling, increasing the number of smart home devices in their home more than they ever have before. The question isn't any longer, do I need internet service? It's what speed best suits my lifestyle. And because of that, I really just work with these HOAs, help them recognize this and bundle that internet to a valued amenity of their assessment.
Definitely. I'm a very proud HTC customer myself. You guys are a great company. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like to work there or what the experience is like?
Yeah, working with a local cooperative is amazing. Speaking from someone that is not from Horry County, South Carolina, it is very nice to have such a local and family feel in the place that you work at. They really do not treat you like a number. You are an asset to the team, and they really treat everyone like a family. And
you were saying that you weren't from Horry County originally.
Yeah.
How did you get into this line of work?
Yeah, great question. You know, I actually started with HTC as an intern. I went to Horry, Georgetown, and I really did not know what I wanted to do for a living at that point. And I had this awesome professor who encouraged me to try out for an internship at HTC. And since then, I was given a lot of opportunities and was able to move my way throughout the company and learn so much. And sales just ended up to be my calling.
I love it. Well, you were talking about how you guys really like to be involved in the community too. Can you maybe elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so HTC is involved in the community in so many different ways. Specifically in my role, I really try to partner with our HOAs and learn about their needs. You know, as technology continues to advance, it's silly for us to think that their service needs are also going to remain the same. So we build long-lasting partnerships and really just show up and be present. You know, we're local, this is our home too, and we want to show them that we're here.
And how do you keep folks connected?
Yeah, so we offer a wide variety of services from a service standpoint, keeping people connected. We have voice, video, mobile phones, internet, and security. From a community standpoint, we show up. You know, whether it's driving the ice cream truck, passing out treats, or supporting our local non-for-profits, we're here.
Well, you guys are really big on people being able to customize their plan too, which is nice. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so, you know, especially in communities, it's really hard to be able to say that there's a one-size-fit-all for every single community. You know, we all have different needs and preferences, and we can't just put them in a box in that way. So we really just take the time to ask the right questions and determine the best needs for them, and we take pride in making sure that we can customize anything they're looking for.
Like, why is it so important for you guys to be locally based with your identity?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just not part of our identity. It's our entire identity. We're based in Horry, Georgetown, and Marion counties. You know, this is our backyard. You know, I'm going to run into you at the grocery store, and I want to make sure that when we do so, we're providing an exceptional service experience to you. When we're your neighbors, the standard is simply higher.
I love it. Well, if I can ask you one more question, this sometimes throws people for a loop, but what does a typical day look like for you?
Oh, that's such a great question. You know, every day in my role is really different. You know, you can technically see me out on your annual HOA meetings, doing presentations. I may be having lunch with some of our vendors, or really just connecting with you folks and hearing you out and learning what those problems are that you may be having so we can determine the best solutions for you.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Rachel. This was a lot of good stuff. Guys, stick with us here on Living Local Carolina. We have more HTC Day right after the break. Welcome back to HTC Day here on Living Local Carolina. I'm joined by Ashley Waller. You have a new last name now since the last time we spoke.
I know. A lot has changed.
A lot has changed. Congratulations on getting married.
Thank you.
Well, remind everybody what you do at HTC.
How much time we got, Kitty?
We have 5 minutes.
So as far as what a typical day looks like for me, I do a lot of managing, planning, and scheduling our social media. So I write the content for that and plan it in advance, and that's for multiple platforms. So you're looking at Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, and you can find us on YouTube.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But that is very detailed, and I do try and make the content vary depending on the platform because everybody's audience and their engagement is different. Another thing I really enjoy doing is writing the educational blogs for our members, but for anyone who wants to read it. A lot of the times when it comes to telecommunications, there's buzzwords, smart Wi-Fi, streaming. Someone that's not used to that may not be comfortable with that phrase. So when you educate someone and give them that knowledge, they feel like they can reach out to you and know that they're going to get an answer and you took the time with them. So that's something that I do as well. And then I handle PR and media communications. So anytime there's a press release that needs to go out or getting in contact with someone to let them know of a product change or things that are on the cusp that they may need to know and get that information out, I take care of that. I handle something called Community Hero. So people will nominate a local person as their community hero based off of their volunteerism or work with nonprofits. And it's very nice to be a part of that and see their joy. But the thing I enjoy the most that I handle is helping the community.
Yeah.
So that's a very big initiative of ours, and being able to touch people's lives in some way, big or small, depending on the effort, that's the best part.
And I feel like you're so busy because things are always changing too, you know?
Forever changing. Telecommunications is that type of industry. You never know what's coming. So you do have to kind of pivot on a dime and make sure that you're staying up to date and relevant in anything that you put out.
Well, I guess I should ask, what is, going to be happening late end of 2025, early 2026?
As far as upcoming, since we're already toward the end of the year, which is crazy, it's gone by so fast, but for the remainder of the year, I know one heavy thing that we are going to be focused on. We are the community partner for the Myrtle Beach Bowl that's going to be taking place. And that is nationwide coverage. So that's a way for us to expand upon not just community, but reach everyone in that way to let them know what we as a cooperative do. So that's a good one. It's not just holiday based for what we have left, but because we've been involved in a lot of turkey giveaways. We actually were a part of one today, free turkeys for people. We have some food drives that we're going to be taking care of, and then of course various donations as well.
And I guess, looking back on 2025, what are some ways that HTC has been able to help the community over the year?
Oh goodness.
How much time do we have?
We are very boots on the ground, I think, as far as community and being involved with various local organizations. We like to partner with other people to see what they have going on, ways that we can help them. And again, just having that presence, because we're not just a service provider. It's much more than just providing internet service. It's being your neighbor. It's building that connection with someone. And I think that's where our community involvement comes in.
How long have you been with HTC?
I'm coming up on 6 years actually with HTC. Yeah, I started out in customer relations, and then I took a gamble and ended up in marketing. I've been here, April will be 2 years in marketing.
Did you always think you'd be in marketing?
I've always been drawn to the creative side of things and the writing side of things. So that kind of gave me an open opportunity to be able to do both, because I get to collaborate and brainstorm with a lot of great people and be on the back end of change.
Very nice. Very nicely put. I like that. I can definitely relate. Well, thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. Lots of good stuff to come in the upcoming year with you guys.
Absolutely.
But stick with us here on Living Local Carolina, because I have someone else from HTC to interview right after the break. Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. We've been doing another HTC Day, and now I am joined by Kristen. Welcome to Living Local. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing great.
Good.
What is your title over at HTC?
So my title at HTC is Member Experience, and in that position I have the opportunity to touch base with all the members of HTC in the residential side of things, whether it's a problem or a resolution that they're excited about. I have the opportunity to experience that with the member.
Okay, so you can problem solve is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay, so your history with HTC goes back pretty far because you were an HTC Real Kid.
Yes.
Tell me what an HTC Real Kid is for somebody that might not know, and tell me a little about your story.
Yeah, so a Real Kid from HTC would be somebody who's being recognized for going through extraordinary circumstances. And I was an HTC Real Kid for Conway High School in 2020, nominated by one of my teachers. I had the amazing opportunity to, of course, meet and greet with HTC, but it was absolutely phenomenal because for a local cooperative to kind of pour into such young people and just build the relationship with them in advance and just recognize them for some of the things they went through is just an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, well, tell me about, getting the award in the first place. How did that even work?
So my situation was a little bit different because COVID hit in 2020. So my Real Kid experience was a little bit different from others. It was more of at home and not like normal, because normally they celebrate you. I will say, since I work for HTC now, I had the amazing opportunity this past year to join the Real Kid event, and they recognized me like they would have in 2020. They gave me a medal, and they celebrated me being a Real Kid after the fact.
Do you think that you'll be involved, with Real Kids in the future,
Absolutely.
being able to go to the celebrations?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love it. It's an amazing and rewarding feeling to just be there, be in their presence, and celebrate them.
Well, whenever you got nominated, did you think that you'd be working for HTC one day, or is this, how did this all come to be?
Definitely didn't think I would be working at HTC because I was kind of following the medical career path.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of doors had opened for me to join with HTC, and I've always had a heart for HTC because of the Real Kid. So it was just a full 360 moment to it felt like home, to just kind of give back.
I hear that a lot from different people who work at HTC, that it feels like home. And you guys are all about the member experience too.
Absolutely.
Tell me why that is so important to y'all.
So the member experience is just imperative to HTC because we are the members. The members are HTC. So being a local co-op, our members own HTC. So they're at the forefront of every decision. Every experience we have with members, we want to make sure it's a good one. We want to make sure it's a lasting impression, and that's what sets us apart.
And what do you do to make sure that people have a positive experience?
As many people would say, we go above and beyond, whether it's the need of, technical services, which they are 24/7 for our members' convenience. We just try to be there all the time, just be available, have a listening ear, just be supportive because you never know what the phone call is going to be.
Well, do you think that you will always want to stay in member services, or member relations, or do you think that you will maybe want to dabble in another part of HTC? What are you thinking?
So I certainly love the member service aspect of it because it's truly rewarding to make someone's experience great. It's an amazing opportunity to do all the way around. I do foresee the future for me at HTC being in member services, making sure we are continuously providing that great member experience and just showing up for members. It may end up in marketing because I love the Real Kids aspect and just really being very involved in the community. I've had an opportunity to do a little bit of both. So it's just, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be, but definitely know it will be at HTC for sure.
I love that. Well, what do you guys do, to stay involved within the community? Do you like that part of the job too?
Absolutely. Any ball field you go to, any event that might be popping up, like the Loris Ball Golf or you name it, HTC, you will see a banner, you will see HTC t-shirts, and you will see employees just showing up, being present, and being there for the community.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Kristen. I appreciate it. Guys, we've got one last segment from HTC Day coming up right after the break here on Living Local Carolina. Welcome back to HTC Day here on Living Local Carolina. My last guest of the day is Daniel. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Katie. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Daniel, what do you do at HTC?
So I work in our help desk, which manages we work more of our internal network, making sure that our employees can work on devices, getting computers and the network set up for them, managing all that, and just kind of overseeing like software installation, business office setups as far as getting PCs and printers online, keeping them online, keeping them updated, and also we take trouble. Like if any employee has a trouble or issue, they call us, and we help them with any issues they may have.
A lot of techie stuff I'm hearing.
Right. Basically, I'm a nerd for a living.
Okay, that's great. Were you always into technology?
Yeah, as far back as I can
Computers?
think. Yeah, as far back as I can think, I was just on a computer doing something.
I love it. Well,
Yeah.
we always talk about keeping people's information safe. That's what the viewers want to know because it's
Right.
people like you that are, putting us at ease.
Right.
What do you think are some important things to talk about when it comes to that?
Well, so and really since, we've always made a stride, focused on security, but especially since COVID, with a lot of our employees going home, working from home, and then, since then, AI has become a big part of life too. So we've definitely, as a company, we've shifted our focus towards like corporate and technology security a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. So the main thing that we want our members to know is that we're constantly working to make sure their information is safe and secure. We're always making updates to our applications that they use, and our network that they use, being an internet service provider. So we're always implementing the latest security standards and best practices for our internal network and for our external network as well.
Let's talk a little bit more about internal stuff. Employees have to stay up to date
That's
on
right.
stuff as well.
That's right.
How does that work with y'all?
So we are in constant communication, and every day we're working with our employees to make sure the computer, the devices, the software that they use is up to date and patched and secure as best we can. There's always something out there, but and we also try to make sure they know best practices. It's a lot of maintenance and updating, but also some education mixed in there, and just make sure everybody knows what to do with corporate data where it's not supposed to go. So it's just a lot of old software is out there still, and a lot of people still use it and go about their daily lives without even thinking about it, but it does expose them to a good amount of risk. And the longer it goes, the longer old software is used and unpatched, the more likely it is to be vulnerable.
I see. Most important thing when it comes to cybersecurity.
Right. So I think the most important thing when it comes to cybersecurity is the mindset. Before behaviors change, we kind of have to change our minds. And a lot of people go online, they're looking for the easiest, the simple, the most effective way to do things. And a lot of times that leads to just easy passwords, not really checking email, not really knowing what they're clicking on or which website they're going to. So I think the biggest thing is just for people to be vigilant and know and take their time, slow down, and make sure they know what they're doing online. Because that's how scammers and hackers get a lot of people, is the rush and urgency and thinking that they got to have it now, and it's not always as it seems.
I get that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's frustrating too, just having to change your password all the time,
Right.
and all those firewalls and things, the extra clicks, but those are in place to keep you safe.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And as far as a tool to use, one thing we've implemented in the last few years is a password manager called 1Password. But there's others out there like LastPass. I think NordPass is one. So I would encourage any members, anybody watching, to try to get a password manager to use. And that makes keeping up with those passwords a lot easier and a lot more secure too.
All right, a lot of information that people need to be thinking about. I hope you were taking notes, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by HTC.